is Wednesday night. It is 9 o'clock. It is Chit Chat Chop, and we are here with, I'm not going to say a dear friend because we don't know each other that well, but we have some connections. I'm here with Sarah Bennetto O'Brien from the Handpie Company in PEI. Welcome, Sarah.
Hi.
Thanks for coming on. It's, I think we connected, last summer?
Yeah, I think it was. Mutual food manufacturing pals connected us, and it was when I listened to you on Sarah Roach Lewis's podcast.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's a great. I forgot about that. That was super fun. I remember that. Yeah. So we've connected, and we're both trucking along. We're going to use the word here, the word that Patty hates, pivoting in this middle of COVID, or I feel kind of like we're a little bit post-COVID here, but knock on wood. Atlantic bubble has kept us a little bit protected here and compared to the rest of the world. But yeah, welcome, and thanks so much for coming on.
Oh, thank you very much for having me. This is awesome. I get to watch someone else make a hand pie. This is great.
I know. What's better than that? Tell us about the Handpie Company, because I don't even know that much. I mean, I know it's fun. I follow you guys on social. You guys do all sorts of cool stuff. But what's your story, girl?
Awesome. So we make hand pies, which are handheld savory pies. They each weigh around half a pound, so it's kind of like a full meal in a pie. Very much in the tradition of the Cornish pasty from the UK.
Okay.
The vast majority of our ingredients are sourced locally. I love being able to point up the road and be like, that's where our flour comes from. But legit, it's grown and milled 12 minutes away from our shop.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, that's so great. My flour is milled in New Brunswick, but I still consider that local. It's in the Atlantic bubble, but yeah.
Oh, Deerville's awesome.
Cool, yeah, awesome. So how did you get into hand pies? I mean...
This is the nerdiest answer, Patty. You didn't tell me we were going to talk about this.
It's all on the table, girl.
This is not obvious. So it's no secret I am a huge Outlander nerd. I don't know if you've ever watched the show or read the books.
No, my husband has, though.
Yes. So I got super into the books, and I actually used to live out on Pender Island in BC. And there's a chef from there that started up a blog that's just cooking recipes from foods that are mentioned in the Outlander books. And,
oh my gosh.
Winters on PEI are very long, and I got the cookbook, or I was reading the blog, I can't remember, and I came upon this recipe that was Brianna's Bridies, and it's basically a Scottish version of a pasty. Decided to make it with all PEI local ingredients that I just picked up at the farmer's market, and they blew me away. So we launched them in our first restaurant called Scapes, and they've just really snowballed ever since then.
That's amazing. So you went from a restaurant into a hand pie company.
Totally. Talk about pivoting. I feel like it's what entrepreneurs just constantly do.
Yeah.
I call it a restaurant, but it was kind of it was counter service. Everything was seasonal and local, but we did lots of take-home meals, not unlike your space.
It's a fun space to be in. Yeah, cool. Well, that's awesome. So do you have a favorite hand pie?
Ooh, that's like picking a favorite kid. It depends on the time of year. My go-to is the curried chickpea, just because I can never get tired of it. I could eat that one every single day, and I often do.
That's awesome. Cool. All right, so you get the lecture. You're gonna instruct me on how to make the dough, and then I'm gonna put our twist here in Halifax into the dough, and we're gonna bake it off, and then we're gonna have a little magic television, and then we're gonna try it. How does that sound?
I'm ready for it.
All right. So what are the secrets to an amazing hand pie dough?
Okay, so first, always choosing an amazing flour. About 50% of the flour we use is the one that I was talking about that's grown and milled up the road. For us, it's local, organic, heritage grain, red Fife, whole wheat flour.
Okay, ready? Red Fife, heritage wheat, organic, whole wheat flour. I didn't do too badly. Mine's just in New Brunswick, so, this is going to work.
Gold stars, Patty.
Awesome. Yeah, 5 stars all the way, baby. Okay, so the recipe is what? 2 cups? We're making approximately 8, right? 8 hand pies?
Exactly, yeah. So I apologize right now. We don't normally make a batch that size, so it took me
I
some
know.
math skills.
People are like, can you send me the butter chicken recipe? And I'm like, well, that feeds 500 people, so I don't know how I'm going to scale that. But sure, I'll send it to you. You can scale it down. Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Civilian baking, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Yeah, so I think the recipe that I sent you was actually 2 cups of unbleached, all-purpose, and then 1 cup of your fancy delicious flour.
Okay, so we have about 1 cup in the bowl of the fancy delicious.
Awesome.
And you know what's really bad about this is I actually don't have measuring cups, like proper measuring cups at home because I don't do a lot of baking. So I found 1 cup, but I only have 1 3/4 measure, so I'm kind of like guesstimating here. So we're gonna go with that. Oh my gosh, and this hopefully turns out, but if it doesn't, then, we have the magic of TV one that the team made me today.
Patty, I seriously think this is like a chef's secret because I use a mug at home. I have a mug that's like about a cup. Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, where am I going to find a measuring cup? And seriously, this is from the dollar store. So if people think that chefs at home have like tools that are like amazing and like, yeah, no, this is dollar, and there's only 1. The other 4 are missing.
That's amazing.
For the record. Okay. Lord help us all. Okay, so we've got 2 cups of AP, 1 cup of fancy, organic.
Awesome.
Happening there. Okay, now I got to find a whisk over here. So, okay, we're going to mix those flours. Then what are we doing, girl?
Good solid pinch of salt.
Oh, yeah, I got my big salt duck. I like a lot of salt, so, you got to make it happen. Good pinch of salt. Then what are we doing now?
And then, Patty, I don't know if you were ready for that stage, but are you ready to grate frozen butter?
I got butter frozen.
Awesome.
And I got a grater. Again, dollar store grater, people. We're bringing out all the big tools for this.
Making it happen.
All right, so why do you grate your butter? Because I do the same thing with my biscuits. So it's, I was really happy to see that in the recipe that you sent me.
Oh, definitely. I think that, the whole secret is to not overwork the butter, not to warm up the butter. And we just find that grating it, we obviously we don't box grate it anymore. That's what we used to do when we first started. And after 4 pounds in a row, you're like, no. Yeah. So yeah, it just keeps the butter nice and frozen. And it's just little like fluffy flavor pockets in the dough.
Yeah.
This way.
So here's a question, and again, home users apologize as we like geek out here at Commercial Kitchen Talk. Do you get 400 pounds of butter in and then just grate it frozen and store it in the freezer?
We go through just over 200 pounds of butter a week right now.
Okay.
And we grate it in 4-pound batches and put them in what we call fish tubs, which is basically like a giant Tupperware. And we store our 4-pound batches in those in the freezer. We have an entire.
This is my compost bin at home. It's a fish tub. Yeah, I'm with you. Okay, back to grading. Okay, cool. I'm glad we share a similar process. Always good to hear.
Well, and I think, Patty, did you went to culinary school, right?
I did. Yeah, I went to culinary school down in Rhode Island. I went to America and then I came back.
And then, have you ever gone to legit pastry school, or is it just learn?
No.
Okay.
No.
So neither have I. I employ trained pastry chefs because I am exactly like you, and I love to not have measuring cups. But I hire people that love to measure and weigh and be precise, and that's amazing that they do that.
Yeah, no, I'm totally with you. Again, I'm not the scientist kind, as lots of people are, and it actually irritates me, but that's why you hire other people that are like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally.
Totally. Awesome.
Yeah. All right, I got my butter grated. It's in my bowl.
Perfect.
Flour, butter.
All right. Totally. I use my hands at this point. You can just fluff it up together and make sure your butter is all the way through that flour.
Okay. This is I know how to do this. This is great. It's like making biscuits almost. I mean, it's kind of the same principle, right?
So much. It's really a biscuity pastry. Like, we need something really structural just to hold the fillings in there, to make it a one-handed meal. And
So is that why you added in the whole wheat? Is there more structure in that, or
structure and flavor? Like, the toasty flavor of that flour is just we can't get away from it.
And it has a beautiful look too. Like, the pastry has, again, my magic of television one's over there, but it has like a really beautiful kind of like just depth to it that you wouldn't normally get with a white flour and all-purpose, right? Yeah.
And this way, we're supporting local sustainable agriculture and all of those bonus check marks. But it's delicious, and it's grown by a farm that I used to work at. So it's
there's a great connection. But you know what? Everybody talks about this now, and I mean, I'm redundant when I say it, but through all of this, one of the most important things is to look back at how we can support more local, right? Because at the end of the day, we have proven in this that we do not have a great sustainable model, and we really need to grow the homegrown local producers and really support them so that if something was to happen again, that we would be more sustainable, because we're not sustainable at all right now, right?
110%. And I've talked about some COVID pivots for other interviews, and I just keep going back to how our local suppliers were the ones that we could rely on through this whole thing. We have a local free range beef farmer, Patty, that's 10 minutes up the short road, the dirt road from us. And that supply chain maintained. The fact that we get one of our main ingredients, our butter, on island, it's we're connected to the mainland by a bridge and a moat. We have a moat with sharks. So it's better to be sustainable, for everyone, but especially when you're on an island.
Yeah, no, especially. Well said. Well said. All right, so we have butter. It's all mixed through. We have our whole wheat flour, our all-purpose flour. What's next?
Water. You're totally ready for it.
I'll get my handy measure out. And you said this is a little variant, this ingredient, because it's really about how thirsty your flour is.
Exactly. Yeah. How thirsty your flour is. Ambient humidity in the air definitely affects it. And I don't know about you guys, but it's heckin' humid out here.
Is it ever? Yeah. It's totally, I was a little sticky before we started, but I got the fan on, so we're good. I don't have the luxury of air conditioning, so, All right.
It looks good. Honestly, as soon as you can kind of hard pack it together, it's good.
Yeah. Okay. It is very humid though, so it's quite soft, but.
Okay.
All right.
If you need to add in more flour, you totally can.
I might have to. I might have added too much water. I mean, come on. All right,
live television, folks.
Yeah, exactly. This is Patty winging it. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit more flour here.
Great.
All right. All right, and so you would divide this at this point?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, at the shop, we definitely use scales, and everything's done by weight.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can just go ahead and divide it into 8, and then we would fill it. But I don't know if we're doing the magic of television for that.
Oh no, I already have it all done. Look, I'm gonna do 4. This is really exact, isn't it? And then I'm just gonna move this to the side and go. Oh, okay, we're done now. We're gonna get the magic of TV stuff out. All right, let me look. Oh, look, they're already wrapped in saran wrap and everything. Little portions. I mean, thank you to Brittany is what I have to say. I sent her the recipe today in the kitchen. I said, can you help me out? I got Chit Chat tonight, and it's pastry stuff, and you know what I'm like with pastry. So anyway, we're all good. All right, we got our little weight out. I'll move the camera up there so we can go back. All right.
Awesome.
So magic. We have chilled dough balls now.
Beautiful.
We're beautiful. We're ready to go. And as I discovered, obviously we're going to roll this out, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. And of course, the chef at home can't find the rolling pin.
You can always use a bottle of wine, Patty.
Always use a bottle of wine? I mean, there's always one of those in the house, isn't there? So, yeah, I love this. This is great. We should rename this episode. All right, so how we want to roll this out? How big do we want? What's the goal?
The goal, I mean, it's so much easier when you're using a sheeter that you can but bigger than your hand, Patty.
Bigger than my hands. I got big hands, girl. Seriously.
So do I. This is okay. We're all okay. You don't want it to be too thin, right? Because it still needs to be structural.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to show you. Don't mock me. What do you think of this?
That's awesome. I would go a tiny bit thinner.
Okay, tiny bit thinner. I'm hearing you. I'm listening. Here we go. It's not really circular though, I gotta be frank.
That's okay. Honestly, Patty, okay, I have two amazing bakers that run the pastry side of things, and both of them can make hand pies out of like triangles and squares and yeah.
Oh wow. That's talent. Keep those people.
They're amazing.
Cool. All right, so
Perfect.
now we're at the step where you would add whatever flavor you're gonna put in there.
Exactly.
So
whatever's filling.
Let's talk about what you do in the shop. Like, what do you guys, obviously curry chickpea sounds delicious. I was actually going to do you an Indian one tonight with paneer and like peas and curry, but I didn't. I've got another plan. So like, what are some of your top sellers, or what do people love?
Awesome. So our top 6 are wholesale flavors. So those ones we distribute across PEI, and we have the curry chickpea and the beets corn and goat cheese. Those are the 2 wholesale.
So good.
I love, like, and they're double roasted beets and toasted corn. Like, it's amazing.
Wow.
I'm biased. So the 4 meat ones are the PEI pasty. So that's based on the Cornish pasty. It's like a beef and potato. We have the bacon cheeseburger, amazing. Barbecue pulled pork, and the traditional chicken pot pie.
Wow, those sound awesome. And you have a great mix there. You've got some beef, some chicken. I assume the curry chickpea and the beet goat cheese are both vegetarian.
They are, yeah.
Right, so that's awesome. That's a great mix.
We try to keep everybody happy.
Yeah, it's hard sometimes though, right? There's a lot of people with a lot of different needs. All right, so I decided we're going to take PEI and we're going to mix it with a Halifax classic.
Is it Donair?
I love. It's a Donair. It totally is. And if you ever watch the show or know anything about me, I hate Donairs. Like, I loathe Donairs. But I went to work and I said, okay, guys, what are we going to do tonight? I'm doing hand pies. And they all said, you got to do a Donair hand pie. And I was like,
oh, my God.
So my husband and my son are very much looking forward to this because this is like a late night snack for them.
Yeah.
But so the team did it, and we launched a dip last week at Kitchen Door, a new dip, and it's a baked Donair dip.
What?
So I know, it's crazy. So they gave me some. So it's literally okay. This is disgusting in a thing, but I mean, people are gonna love this.
Yeah.
It is Donair sauce, cream cheese, Donair meat, onion, tomato, all mixed up into this lovely filling, which is, if it was in a dip, it would be baked in the oven, right?
Yeah.
Then you could like put yummy chips or like pita or like whatever you want.
That's gonna be amazing.
We're gonna stuff it in a hand pie, girl. All right. So I'm gonna find something to put it in the hand pie with, because I'm
cool. Let's
see what my children did. No scoops there. Let's get a spoon then. Okay. So how much filling? Like, if you were cleaning out your fridge and wanted to throw something in here, what do you recommend filling wise?
Ooh, it can, honestly, as long as it has the right consistency. If it can hold up, that you can, like, heavily fill. Yeah, that looks awesome.
Yeah, I'll send you some of these next time you're over, you come visit, we'll make you some.
Patty, this is totally not going to be a secret anymore, but I also really hate Donairs.
Yeah, and what do you hate? Okay, here, let's relish in the loathing of Donairs. What do you hate about them?
Okay, the meat is fine. All the other stuff is fine. For me, it's the sauce. I cannot handle. I can handle like sweet with pork. There's certain sweet savory combos that I love, like fries and ice cream. Totally here for it. But like that, Donair sauce.
I'm with you. I could eat a gyro, like a Donair with tzatziki or something. Like, I like the creaminess, I like the garlic, but oh my God, that sauce. No, they made this at work
because you need to sell that dip, and I'm sure the dip is amazing.
Oh no, look, we put it on and people bought it up right away, and I was like, oh, good for you people. And we sell Donair kits and Donair nachos, and
totally.
I just have to be like, okay, it's cool. You guys like that? That's nothing wrong with that. I'm happy to make whatever you want to buy, people. Whatever you want to buy. Adam says he had the dip tonight at my house, and it was a huge hit. Well, of course it was. It's Donair dip. I mean, from Kitchen Door, Adam. Come on. I think I put too much in here. I think I got a little overly confident.
You probably didn't put too much. It always looks like too much, and then you will get the pastry around it. I believe in you.
I will? Okay. I'm going to put it back in then now, okay? Let me see. I might regret putting the camera down here. Okay, so.
I think you're good.
You think I'm good?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So, do you egg wash the inside?
Yes, you got it. Egg wash, yeah, kind of like a big smile, and then you can fold it over.
Okay. So this is just use milk and egg or egg and water,
Egg and water.
Egg and water, that's what I have. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So here, let's see if Patty can master this. Here she goes. All right. Oh, this is very, it's not too bad, actually. You were right. I think we can make this happen.
I've done it once or twice.
Yeah, once or twice, just once or twice. So do you do some fancy crimping?
I do the crimp that my mom always used to do on pies. So yeah, you can do whatever makes you happy. That looks great.
I use crimp, but I always left gaps, so I do the roll crimp. This looks really actually not that great, but that's all right. We're gonna make it happen. It's not the fanciest.
Patty, when I was in Cornwall in the UK, I met a crimper that had been crimping for like 30 years and could do, I think it was like 6 a minute. It was insanity. They were so beautiful too. I just bowed down to her. That looks great.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do one more since I've got 2 people that are gonna eat Donairs. My daughter is not gonna eat these Donairs, but Ted and James will eat them.
You're making me really want to try this Donair dip hand pie. I feel like the cream cheese just will bring it all together, actually.
Well, it's like I would tell you it's delicious, but I haven't tried it because they brought it to my office, all presented like on a beautiful platter with like chips, and they're like, "Here, this is the newest thing." And I looked at it and I said, "That's Donair dip, isn't it?" And they all laughed and said, "Yes, you have to try it." I said, "No, I don't. You're all talented. You can decide whether or not it tastes good because I'm not eating that."
You gotta try it.
No, I can't. I cannot do it. Even the jar in the fridge, when I open the door to the fridge and there's a jar of Donair sauce, it just makes me cringe. Okay. I think that one's okay. Okay, we're going to do number 2 here.
Okay.
All right, so obviously we're doing Quarantine Chronicles here for a reason, and nobody likes to talk about it, but, you know, we're still in COVID. So you're doing the eternal, the big, I call it the hamster wheel pivot of COVID.
Yeah.
So what are you guys doing? How are you adapting?
Man, so right away, I'm super grateful that I have an amazing web guy. Shout out to Mmmmm Creative in Summerside. Who, we quickly added on an online ordering website and started doing curbside delivery, which is extra hilarious because we got our curbs delivered during COVID, and I thought that was just like the ultimate dad joke, being like, yeah, we can now do curbside delivery.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Hilarious.
So we did that for about 6 solid weeks, was just the curbside pickup. So it was me running out in the snow lots of days. You know, I got to meet everyone's dogs. That was the coolest part of all this, Patty, is like, yeah, meeting everyone's dogs.
Yeah, you know what? I have to say, like, you know, I wasn't, in the last few years, I haven't really been the contact with clients. Yeah. Like, occasionally I'll talk to them or somebody will say, oh, yeah, we tried this. So, you know, after we, you know, had to lay off a big chunk of our team and really kind of, again, pivot, I was all of a sudden the face again. Like, I was at work every day at 7 and I was running to the car and, oh, you need this, and answering the phone. And it actually really reconnected me back to kind of the core of what we did. And like some clients that had been with us for so long, it was like, wow, like I remember catering at your house like 10 years ago, and thanks for coming to the shop. So, I mean, that was really it was kind of neat. I mean, it was exhausting. Don't get me wrong. It was absolutely exhausting, but it was really neat to reconnect with a whole bunch of people that way. So, yeah, kind of cool.
Yay, so I'm absolutely with you.
Are you going to stay online? Is that your plan?
I mean,
model here to stay?
I really, really like it. Even in times where we don't need to social distance, you know, for a pandemic, I'm just making a lot of jazz hands. Every time I talk about the pandemic, I'm like, you know,
I know.
What's going on? But I like it for the convenience of it. Now it's letting people pick their pickup time, make their full order. Our site, you know, lists all the flavors. So honestly, it's giving people all the information they always want in a really convenient way. And then they just pull up. I mean, they could even just come on right in and pick up their order, but they've already paid for it. Or because we can't ship off island, because we're not federally certified, we get a lot of off-island visitors that are picking up orders for their friends back in their home province.
Love it.
And this way, those people can just order and pay and send their friends to pick up, and it's amazing. So we'll keep it. I think we'll keep it.
we moved online. I didn't have a web developer. I mean, it's funny. I did have a web developer. We were working with one. We already signed a contract, but it was and online was e-commerce was part of it, but it was kind of like future. And so, and I knew to get that up and going. I mean, we have like 200, 300 products. I was like,
yeah,
there's no way we're going to be able to do that. So I literally went in one weekend and built this like store on Square and launched it. And thankfully, I mean, that saved us through, through the first 3 or 4 months. And now today, actually, I shouldn't say this because I told Andrew not to talk about it, but we soft launched the site. It's launched. The live site went today. We're working out the kinks. But yeah, we're working out the kinks and hoping that it all works out.
That was a convenient link drop there. That was really cool.
I feel like really good at throwing that stuff in. But yeah, no, I mean, definitely, I think e-commerce for so many people is kind of here to stay.
Yeah.
Right. Most people pivoted to that, and I think it's just going to continue.
I hope so. I truly love it. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So I've egg washed my lovely hand pies, and I have to vent them, right? Do you do fun designs, or do you have like a certain signature?
You want to know our secret?
Yeah. What's your secret?
We do vent them, but we have like a cut legend, so that's how we know what's inside.
Oh.
So we need to make corresponds to you can draw like a Donair on there, Patty. Come on.
Yeah, Donair with a paring knife. You're hilarious. Halifax, Donair. Okay, we're going to do HD.
Amazing. Because we're in high def, right?
Oh, yeah, they can totally make out all my lovely little cut lines. Okay, so we've got the vent holes. We're going to pop it in the oven. What's the temp? What are we doing here?
And I'll just say this now that you probably should have had parchment under those, but it's going to be
I know, but I don't have any parchment at home because I'm that kind of chef.
We do them, so from fresh is totally different cooking instructions from our usual frozen. I would still go around 425 if you have convection. If not, you can go a bit higher, and start checking them around 20 minutes.
Okay, I had it at 400, so I'll move it up to 425. And then, oh my gosh, look what's going to happen next. I mean, just the magic of Chit Chat Chop.
Do you have like a transition?
No, this is transition, Sarah. Come on. This is Patty going, oh, the magic of television. And look, 2 went in and 1's coming out.
Woo.
So, woo. Look, there we go. Look how that happened. That was really smooth, right? Nobody would know from the magic of television.
These are the easiest hand pies I've ever made.
We'll do it every week, right? Every week. Yeah. Cool. So do you have any go-to sides for your hand pies? Like things you like? I know. Okay. Tell me.
We make a super killer potato salad.
Yum.
With grainy mustard and good mayo and the secret ingredients pickles. Yeah.
Oh yeah, delicious.
Super good, and that will cut the butteriness of the hand pie.
Yeah. And is it mayonnaise based or is it a vinaigrette based?
It is mayonnaise based, but when I make it at home, I do a hot German potato salad. That sounds funny to say out loud, but a potato salad that is in the German style that's served warm. That's a better way to
Okay, yeah. Our secret ingredient is horseradish.
Yum.
So similar, right? Similar flavor profile.
Oh, and I love horseradish kick, or with any kind of coleslaw. Yeah, it totally depends.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so again, this is Donair. I'm not eating this, but I'm going to leave it here. We're going to cool it down, and I'll cut it open, though, because I'll show you what I know. You're like, I can't believe she made something she's not going to eat. I'm going to cut right on the – okay, let's look. All right, we ready?
That looks awesome.
Oh, it's a little – I need more filling. Look, you were right. I could have put more in there. First-time mistake there. First-time mistake.
That was an amazing first hand pie attempt, Patty.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, so lovely. All right, so we talked about hand pies. We talked about some COVID stuff. But I mean, what else do you want to talk about? Is there anything exciting that's happening right now in the good old province of PEI?
I mean, it's summer, right? And because of COVID, another silver lining is that we just figured with the drop in tourism that we would be able to be closed 1 day a week. So we're closed on Mondays for the whole summer. And this is the best tan I have had in my adult life.
It's, there's not a lot of positives.
Okay.
It's been a tough year, and it's going to be a tough year for so many, but there are some positives. Like I said, there are some COVID pluses because we were able to like kind of go right back to core and laser focus.
Yeah.
We also we're open 4 days a week.
Ooh.
And we closed weekends. We're in catering, right?
That's
like we would have
amazing.
worked, everybody would have worked every weekend, every summer, a million weddings and everything. And so everybody got a 3-day week. 3-day weekend the whole time, either Friday through Sunday or Monday through Friday. Now, that'll change in the fall a little bit because we're opening up some more. But, you know, it was really, really awesome for the team and really kind of, I felt good about it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not nearly as busy as normal, and you struggle through some of that as a business owner. But, no, it's been really, really, really awesome.
And even just for mental health for the crew, everybody's getting that home time. You know this industry just as well as I do. And this is like an unprecedented little break that none of us asked for, but hopefully it's letting everyone kind of reevaluate some things, even about the industry as a whole, and we'll all be better for this afterwards.
I think so. I really do. I hate to say that, but I think a lot of stuff's going to come out of this that's going to change. I think industry-wide, you're going to see some significant changes, and I think just it's time. I mean, we put up with a lot of stuff for a long time that we probably shouldn't put up with, and so, you know, good on that. All right, any final parting words for my husband and James, who are going to dive into this?
Oh my God!
Donair Hand Pie, lady.
Don't eat it out of the oven. It's going to be lava. So when those things are in the oven right now, get cooked. Yeah. Just give it like 5. Let it settle. But just get right in there. Like there's no way to eat a hand pie.
I love it. I love it. All right. So I don't know if you're over here now that we're bubbling Atlantic. If you're ever over here again, come on over. We'll I reorganized my office. Have a beautiful couch in there now. We can have tea.
I'm excited.
Yeah. All sorts of fun things, right? All sorts of fun things.
Awesome.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks for sharing your Wednesday night with us and for guiding me through hand pies. I mean, awesome. And for sharing your story and telling us all about it. And if you are going to the island, people, go visit the Hand Pie Company. Karen's awesome. And follow her on social because you're hilarious. I got to tell you. You brought some great laughs to my feed. So I'm really, really thankful for that. Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much, Patty, and thanks everybody for watching.
Oh yeah, thanks. All right. Thanks so much. Chit Chat Talk. We'll see you next week, 9:00 or sometime. Bye. Woo-hoo!
Hey everybody, do you want to learn how to make an amazing gnocchi at home for all your family and friends? Well, check out Kitchen Door's virtual classes, where you can cook with me and make some amazing gnocchi for everybody. So check us out, kitchendoor.ca.